Okay, target 6, we're going to do the reverse of what we did in target 5. We're going to rewrite rational exponents as radicals. Remember, rational exponents are exponents that are fractions. So here we have an exponential term, a raised to the m over n power. Remember that the numerator is the power of the radicand, that's the term underneath the radical, and n is the index of your radical. So if we were to convert this to a radical, you start with your radical sign. Remember that the denominator is your index. The base of your exponential term is the radicand, and then the numerator is the power of the radicand. So you can write it like that, or you can bring the m to the outside and do the nth root of a raised to the m power. Again, this is probably how you'll see it in your homework. Okay, here is the first lesson check, example number 1. Rewrite as a radical, identify the index of the radical, and identify the power of the radicand. The term is 8 raised to the 5/7 power. Okay, this is just a reminder of either writing this exponent here on the outside or on the inside. So here, this would be equivalent to the index staying the same, the radicand staying the same, and bringing this exponent here to the inside. These are two equivalent expressions. You can write them either way. Okay, we're going to work through these 4 examples, and then you have 2 lesson checks for this lesson. Okay, we're going to convert this to radical expressions. So start with your radical sign here. We know the radicand is going to be n. The numerator is the power of your radicand, and then the denominator is the index. So you have the 7th root of n to the 3rd, or you can say the 7th root of n, all raised to the 3rd power, both equivalent expressions. Okay, 5 to the 1/4 power, start with your radical sign. 5 is my radicand, 1 is the power of my radicand, and my index is 4. All right, with the next 2 examples, you just have to remember that the exponent goes to both the 3 and the x. So you either need to write the exponent going both to both factors, or keep it in parentheses. So if we have 3x, since it's in parentheses, we're going to keep it in parentheses. 3 is my index, and 2 is the power of the radicand. So the power of the radicand would be 2. Okay, the next example, start with your radical sign. The index is the denominator. My radicand is xy, and then the 5 is the power of your radicand. So you can write again like that, or you can do 7th root of xy, all raised to the 5th power. Either way works fine. Okay, here's your lesson check example number 2. Convert to a radical, 5 to the b to the 5/2 power.